Hey, what's up YouTube? It's your girl Candace. I'm here with Confidential Talk. Today I want to talk about 5 different ways that you can make a man fall in love with you. Okay? So the scenario is like you've been dating this guy, you've learned that you like him, you like his personality, you got things in common, maybe you don't, but there's definitely some serious chemistry there, and you like, oh, I want to lock him in. I'm about to give you 5 different ways you can do that, okay? So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. If you're not part of the Confidential Talk family, make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you click the notifications button as well so you can get notified every time I drop a new video. Let's get into it. So number 1 way to make him fall in love with you is to listen to him. Listen to him when he talks about the things that he's into, or actually what is he talking about most of the time. What he likes to eat, what he doesn't like to eat. Things like that. Things that you want him to pay attention to you, to get to know you, so he's able to maybe do different things for you, surprise you. He'll know exactly what you want because he listens and he watches you. Make sure you listen and watch him. When you want to surprise him with something, or dinner, or maybe tickets to a game that he likes, or maybe a specific sport, or you know, maybe he's likes to work out, maybe he's outdoorsy, maybe he plays video games. Whatever he likes to do, make sure you know it. Make sure you really listen to him and get to know what he's into and how he moves. Number 2 is to be confident. Okay, so make sure you feel good about yourself. Make sure you feel sexy. Men love confidence. They can smell it. They can feel it. They look at it and they think it's sexy. Okay, so you got to make sure you good with you. You feel super sexy. You feel confident. One thing men really don't like is when you're always downing yourself about them, okay? So even if you might have some insecurities, because you know what, at the end of the day, we're not perfect, okay? So I think that everybody, sometimes they could, you know, put themselves down, but don't always put yourself down around him to let him know that you have those insecurities. Make sure you just try to work that through with yourself, or if you guys, when you guys get to that love point, you're more comfortable to open up, maybe you could let him know about the insecurities you do have and that you're currently working on, hopefully. But you know, you don't want to always down yourself. You want to make it seem like you do feel fully confident in yourself. You know, you're sure of yourself. You feel beautiful. And at the end of the day, you are beautiful. So don't sweat it, girl. Feel good. You a bad bitch. You know what I'm saying? But yes, confidence is definitely key. And it'll be good for you in your personal life. You know, you want to feel confident anyways as a woman. So, side note, words of affirmation is a really good way of building that confidence level up. So, you know, maybe telling yourself that you're beautiful and telling yourself that you're sexy. Number 3 is be his little freak. Okay, so if you guys have gotten to the point where you're actually sexually active, I'm not saying like do the most or go crazy. You know, still be comfortable and, you know, keep your boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Don't just do the most because you feel like you have to. That's not what I'm saying at all. But, you know, don't be afraid to be yourself in the bedroom and have that confidence, because if you do, it's gonna show, and he's gonna love it. It's gonna feel good. It's gonna be sexy. You're gonna feel sexy. He's gonna feel that you're sexy. And one thing with having the confidence is if you don't have it, and even if he's feeling like, oh yeah, she's sexy, she's this, she's that, if you feel like you're not that, you're gonna feel like your partner isn't feeling that way, and it's gonna affect, you know, it is going to affect your performance. It's going to affect how you feel and how you come off. So it's really important to, you know, feel really comfortable in the bedroom and feel sexy and put it down. And put it down. You know what I'm saying? Teach them a few things, you know. Listen, everybody got talent in the bedroom. Use that talent, girl. Pull out the tricks, okay? Throw it on a bow, bow. You try to make this man fall in love with you, okay? So, you know, gotta pull out them tricks, girl. Number 4 is to be his peace. And you hear a lot of men usually say like, oh my gosh, you get on my nerves. I can't just, you know, just go to her and just feel like, you know, everything's gonna be cool. It's always an argument. It's always this. One, learn how to effectively communicate, which is gonna be our next one for real. Just kind of spilled that one out. But, you know, don't be always nagging and nitpicking and stuff like that, if you are that person, then you really might have to work on some personal things, okay? Or if you feel like you're nagging because you're not getting what you want, properly communicate, you know, what you want. And if he's not changing, then maybe you need to consider whether or not this is something you want to continue to do or not. So instead of just nagging someone or constantly just like picking and nitpicking and having like this negative attitude, you know, try to be positive, you know, make sure you have a really good spirit around him. And, you know, that ultimately is going to help build a stronger bond between you guys. And like I said, he's going to feel like you're his piece. You know what? And if you're a man watching this, comment below. Let me know what you guys feel like are things that women could do to get you to fall in love with them. Or that sounds terrible, doesn't it? Well, I feel like these are really good tips, so I'm gonna keep it going. So, but yeah, be his peace, guys. Be his peace. And number 5 is communicate properly, okay? So, you know, and that's just with any relationship, you know, you just want to make sure you're communicating properly with, you know, your significant other or your family member or whoever, but specifically the guy that you're trying to get to really fall for you. You want to make sure you're not being petty, or you're not holding back anything, or you are lashing out too much in a non-constructive way. You want to make sure you're being as constructive as possible. And, you know, don't nitpick it over everything. There's some times where, you know, somebody would do something that annoy me, and it's just like, you know what, is it really worth me saying something? Like, is this something I have to bring up? Like, or is this something, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and let it go, okay? You just, if it's something you feel like, you know what, it's not that serious, even though it might have aggravated you, or if it's something that you could just maybe take an hour or two to cool off, maybe get some, just a little bit of space, nothing too noticeable where he feel like he, you know, then it's like something dramatic. But, you know, just take a little breather. But is it something you have to necessarily blow up into a big thing? Is it that serious? Okay, so, you know, just pick and choose your battles. Don't just be always over communicating. Like, you know, the reason why I didn't put stuff like be a good cook on the list is because, you know, sometimes the man loves to be the cook, and, you know, it's okay for a woman to not have to cook. It's not always a woman's duty to do certain thing in the relationship. You know, it could go vice versa. 5 things I told you are really good ways to get him to fall in love with you, regardless of you guys' personality or your structure of your relationship. These are like really good general ways. So if you guys have any other ways you feel like you want to add to the list, make sure you comment it below, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Oh, see, I gotta get this nail fixed, y'all. I gotta get this nail fixed.